With this report, and in accordance with the Pan-Africanist vision of the head of state, Burkina Faso reaffirms its firm commitment to strengthening the historic bonds of fraternity among African peoples. Henceforth, pursuant to this report, no African national shall be required to pay any fee for the issuance of a visa.
But it is also practical. The Burkinabe government says the decision is about making it easier for Africans and their goods to move freely across the region.
The significance of this decree is twofold: to effectively strengthen the free movement of African peoples and their goods across the continent, to advance African integration.
Burkina Faso now joins Ghana, Rwanda, and Kenya in rolling back barriers for Africans.
They came, divided us, and they have taught us to keep each other from each other. Them, they're mingling with each other and making money and growing, but they have taught us to hate each other. But for us to really enjoy the true economic benefits of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, we need to behave like the Europeans and allow for the free movement of people and trade. To this end, in our contribution to this continental aspiration, Kenya is committed to progressively, and we are moving very fast by the end of this year, to abolish visas to citizens from African Union member states to make it easier to invest and do business in Kenya and across the continent.
The African Union has been pushing this agenda for years too, arguing that it should not be easier for Europeans, or rather Americans, to visit Africa than for Africans themselves.
For an African to visit a European nation, an ordinary African to visit a European nation, is like, let me give you an example my teacher used to use. It's like trying to milk an elephant because of the visa process. However, for a European to visit an African nation, most of our nations, it is like a walk on the beach. It's like going to have a cup of tea. But then that is not the problem. The tragedy is that now for an African to visit a fellow African within the African Union, the visa restrictions in many of our nations, among us, between our brothers and sisters, is like trying to brush the teeth of a crocodile.
People from Zimbabwe, people from Namibia coming in. One of the challenges on the African continent, we must admit, is the difficulties in free movement of goods and services.